Hello, everyone. I think we're live. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for tuning in for another casual convo. Today we have Martyn from Martyn in the City on Instagram and Tarot in the City on YouTube. So I have left his socials in the description box below. If you are not familiar, please do go like and subscribe. So let us see who is in the chat. Hello, Meg, Rose Honey Ritual. Hi, Levi.
Hi,
Masculine
Levi.
intuition readings. Hi, Lisa. Okay. Yeah, here we go. What does that mean? You're excited. Okay. So, Martyn, do you want to just, for anybody coming in or anybody playing back the playback of this chat, people who might not be as familiar, do you want to just give a little intro?
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Martyn. As Julie introduced me, I'm Martyn in the City over on I had to think then over on Instagram. And I've been kind of reading the tarot on Instagram for about 7 years, and I've been reading
Wow.
the tarot in real life for about 40 years. And I love connecting with people. Some of my best friends I've met via social media. So Julie's really kindly invited me to pop onto for a chat tonight, and
Yes.
I'm looking forward to chatting with you all. Hello, Sylvain and
Hello,
T.
Sylvain.
Yeah.
Cali Sunflower. Oh, Bossity. We have, let's see, Garden Goddess Tarot. That is Thea. Mixtress Ray. Hello. Wow. Tarot Stash. Gerald. Okay, so your posse is basically all here, Martyn.
Oh, good,
We're
good. Hi,
all here.
Jonathan.
Hi,
Hi,
John.
Brian.
Jonathan
Sorry.
Daly. Aloha. Hi, MA. Wow. Okay, so chat is going fast. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody, but hello to everybody coming in. Okay, so do you want to start off with the icebreaker, firsts and favorites?
My first favorite, the current favorite I'm using now.
As in the list of I'm going to give you the prompts and you will tell me the
Okay
first
then.
or the favorite. Are you
Oh,
ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Oh, hi T, Cosmic Creeper. Hello. Oh, hi Sandra, the whispering. Okay. All
Hi,
right. I'm getting
Sandra.
distracted. Okay, here we go. So we'll go on to some firsts.
Okay.
A first deck you ever bought for yourself.
That would be the Thoth Tarot.
Oh, okay. The Thoth
Yeah,
Tarot.
yeah, yeah.
When did you buy that?
Oh, probably when I was well, I'm really old, so that would have been
You're not really old. Like,
1981. 1981, yeah, yeah. I was 11, 10, 11. So yeah, probably round about then.
okay, okay. And then what is the first deck you can remember passing on?
Oh, the Mythic Tarot.
The OG Mythic Tarot, like the original or
The
the
original,
first.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
the 80s one, yeah. And then I rebought it and
Oh,
passed that on. Then rebought it and passed that on. Yeah, yeah.
so
The
what was the issue with that? Why did you feel like it wasn't working for you? And
It
then
wasn't. I think it was because my friend wanted to learn tarot, and
okay.
I'd kind of like, when you go through those stages when you think, oh, you know what, I'm so over this now.
Mm.
And I realised how much I missed it when I gave it away, so I bought it again and again and again.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
So, and it is now in your collection permanently? Like
it
it's
is.
here to
It
stay?
is. I've got
Okay,
two
good.
copies now, and they're not going anywhere. Yeah. So
Okay, that's awesome. First deck in your collection that was RWS,
the RWS.
the actual RWS?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
the original one. Yeah.
was it like the Centennial or
It was
like a plaid back
the one with
or
the plaid back,
was
yeah.
it? Okay.
So that would have been in the early 80s as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay,
I was
because RWS was your very first deck was Marseille, wasn't it? I think.
yeah, very first
Okay.
deck was the
So then it
Marshall.
was Marseille, Thoth, and then RWS in
Yeah,
that
I was
order?
I was I was like the opposite way around
Yeah,
from
you
it.
were
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. Okay. Um, let's see. The first thing you ever started collecting, just in general, like rocks or coins
Oh,
or
right, okay. I would say, pencil right now. I don't know what you call them over there. Right, do you remember a goal on the end of a pen, and there was
Uh-huh.
like kind of fruit with faces, like a pencil top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't do
It
I?
it
I don't
fits on
know,
the end of
maybe.
a
Uh-huh.
pencil or a pen, and
Okay.
I think it was like kind of to stop you biting the end of your pencil,
Oh,
so
is
it
it really?
oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So it
So there
wasn't
was
like an eraser, it was
yeah,
like on a
yeah, and that's
oh,
another
okay.
thing I collected as well was erasers. So
Okay, erasers. That's like
and
Sylvain, he was an eraser collector as well.
was he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, mate. The smelly ones, I loved them.
Yeah.
Pencil toppers, B, yeah, that's it, pencil toppers.
Oh, pencil toppers. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Okay, first pet.
A cat?
Oh. And was
Yeah.
this childhood cat or adult
It
cat?
was a childhood cat,
Yeah.
yeah, and he lived till I had him when I was 8, and he
Oh,
lived
okay.
till I was 20.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty good. That's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, yeah, so I had the regular goldfish and boring things.
Right. But they
Yeah.
don't do they really count? I don't know. Like, does
Nah,
my hermit crab
no,
count? I
no.
don't count
It's
it.
gotta be a cat or a dog in it or something.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Something more substantial.
just something, yeah.
Okay. First movie that you remember seeing in a movie theater?
Oh, wow. I was only talking about this the other day. It was actually Greece, and it was in
Oh,
1978.
okay. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Have you seen the second one with Michelle Pfeiffer?
Oh, it was bloody awful.
Oh, I thought I had the same opinion. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Pretty bad. Okay. First celebrity crush.
That's a difficult one for me. First celebrity crush.
Oh, that you remember, an early one.
An early one, I think it would have been, Burt Reynolds, when I was when I was very, very little.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
definitely Burt Reynolds, yeah.
Okay. What would be a favorite film of his that you like?
What was the one he did with Dolly Parton?
The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
Yeah, there
That
you
was the
go.
one.
Yeah,
I probably was too young to be watching that, but I did in fact watch it when I was a
yeah,
kid. I
yeah.
don't
Yeah, it was just amazing, wasn't it?
know. But I love Dolly Parton too. So,
Yeah, mate.
anyway, yeah. Okay, first paycheck.
First paycheck, I was 18 years old.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
um, I left school when I was 17, and yeah, it was 18, I had my first paycheck, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you remember from where?
Yeah, I actually did hairdressing when I left school,
Okay,
so
cool.
yeah,
My
yeah.
mother used to be a stylist too.
Did she?
Yeah, yeah, back in South Korea, she was a hairstylist.
Oh, it's so
Um,
competitive now, I wouldn't like
yeah,
to
oh
see
my
that.
gosh, she would yeah, no. Not in
Yeah.
America, but okay, first piercing and tattoo.
My first piercing, I was 9 years old at school, and that was a stud in my ear.
Okay.
And my first tattoo was only well, I did a little, like, kind of homemade one on my wrist when I was at school
Oh,
with
really?
Indian ink and a needle. So
That's
I was probably about
hardcore.
12, but I didn't start having, like, real ones until I was in my 40s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Huh.
all these tattoos have been done late 30s, early 40s and
Yeah.
50s. Yeah, so yeah, I was a late starter.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you'll be adding to your collection?
Yeah, I want my neck all done, but,
Oh my
oh.
gosh, that's seems like it'd be very painful.
I thought the same, Julie, yeah, it's kind of putting me off a bit, you know. I've been having it done for the last 5 years, and I and I haven't, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I'm missing anybody in the chat. Oh, hi, Judes. I am the VA. Dolly Parton is everything. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. And Sandra is saying that she wants to get another tattoo. I had a tattoo dream just last night that I got a very specific tattoo of like cat whiskers.
That's a
It's just
sign then.
it's a very very specific dream, but anyway. All right. Okay, on to favorites. A favorite hobby outside of tarot.
Probably it has to be journaling.
Awesome. Do you do bullet journaling and like planner
Not bullet
stuff?
journaling, no, I
Or
do
just
junk journaling.
Junk journaling,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah.
Are you planning on showing some of those in your videos, or are they, like, private,
I
or
thought, like, actually, I did say, last year I was gonna start doing some process videos of the junk journaling, so maybe
Mhm.
I will probably open up my YouTube to that.
I would love that. I would love to
So
see that.
relaxing, Julie, I love it. I absolutely
Yeah,
love it.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Anything with stationery, I'm all about, so
me too.
okay, a thing you like to shop for other than decks or witchy items.
Bags.
Bags.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like
Bag
messenger bags? Fanny
yeah,
packs?
backpacks,
Oh, backpacks. Okay. Very
bags,
cool.
always a bag. Like, you can never have enough bags.
I kind of agree.
And
Yeah.
probably coats. I'm the only person to buy a coat in the summer for winter. Yeah, yeah. Bags and coats, that is my,
Bags and
um,
coats.
downfall, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. All right, a favorite book?
Oh, a favorite book, it has to be, can it be any kind of book?
Anything, anything.
Oh, no, I would say, non-tarot related or anything like that, it would be have to be Wind in the Willows, by
Oh,
Kenneth Graham.
yeah, yeah.
It reminds me of when I was a child,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
also The Lion, the Witch, and the
Oh,
Wardrobe.
that was such a good one. Yes, I agree. That
It
one
was
made me
just my
cry.
favourite book. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Favourite book of all time.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. That's a good one. A favorite movie or show?
Favourite, movie would probably be Terminator
Really?
1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
Um,
all 3? Okay, gotcha.
yeah, believe it or not. Um,
Cool.
Favourite TV show, at the moment, it would have to be Stranger Things.
Okay, did you see the 4th season yet? Because I have not.
I have, yeah.
And did you enjoy it? Is it worth it?
I did very much so.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Still on my to watch, but, I have a long list of to watches. Favorite crystal skull?
Favorite crystal skull is, uh, hang on, there's 2 actually. There's one here. Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and I've got another one.
Very nice, very nice.
Just a little clear quartz one that always lives, in front of me when I'm
Gorgeous.
here.
Oh, I
Uh,
love that.
yeah,
I
these
love
are
that.
2 that I've always got by me.
Yeah, I love crystal skulls.
And,
I don't have very many, but I do really love them. Okay. Favorite curse word?
favorite curse word?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. It's an oldie but a goodie. That's usually most people's
Well, there's
favorite.
more expletives where that come from, but that's what I do say mostly, yeah.
Okay. A favorite gift that you've received so far this year?
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna get sentimental now. There's can I say 2?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, Levi actually sent me a gift over, and
Aw.
it's incredibly special, and Sandra actually sent me something up as well.
Mhm.
And with this community, I just think that sometimes people's kindness, the generosity is amazing.
It really is. It
Yeah,
absolutely is.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then, are you ready for a surprise bonus question?
Bring it on.
Okay. If you absolutely had to have one of these images I'm about to show tattooed on your body, which one would you choose and why? First image, the death card in the Everyday Witch Tarot.
I don't know.
Second image, the magician in the Everyday Witch Tarot.
Yeah, yeah.
And the third image, the hermit of the Everyday Witch Tarot.
How did you know that those are my 3 favourite cards?
You know, I did some low key stalking. You know, I do my homework
Yeah,
before I come
yeah, okay. It would definitely have to be the death card.
on.
Even
Okay.
from the Everyday Witch Tarot, it would
Yeah.
definitely be the death card because
Okay.
me being a Scorpio and all that,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
me all
Yeah.
over. Yeah,
Okay. So, on the subject of Everyday Witch Tarot.
yeah.
um, So what's your malfunction with that deck? Like, why is it so vile to you? I mean, you had the Oracle at one point and the
I've
Tarot,
got
did
the
you
deck
not?
and the Oracle.
Yeah.
I can't get over the kind of teeny witch pointed hat kind of.
Okay.
I love
Really?
Deborah Blake's artwork. I
Okay, I
really
was
love
gonna
Deborah
say.
Blake's artwork. Yeah, but the whole kind of aesthetic with the hat thing going on, and
Uh-huh.
I look at it and I think, am I supposed to take this seriously? Really? I just, Julie, I just can't with it. And I
Oh, we'll
think that
convert you
the
yet.
the Oracle deck is even worse.
I couldn't actually get on with the Oracle deck. I did try, but
Me neither.
I actually couldn't. I appreciated it because I think they were listening to people who are saying they wanted it to be a little more diverse and inclusive, and so I did
Yeah.
see that. I did see efforts in that, but I just the system of it did not personally work for me.
No, me
But,
neither. It was a bit random. All the cards seem very random. Just placed there for whatever reason.
yeah,
The deck, I wanted to really love the deck, because as I said, I love Deborah's artwork.
yeah.
But
But it's the pointy hats, huh?
the pointer hats, the stripy stockings, the cat. I am such a
That's
cat
the
person.
awesome part. That's the best part.
I am a
Mhm.
cat person. I love cats. I've got
I was gonna
two.
say, so many cats, so
There's
many.
too many cats. You don't
How
need
can
a
there be
cat
too
in every car.
many cats?
It's just
How can there be too many? Oh, excuse me? Too many cats. Oh my
too
goodness.
many cats. But the good thing about it is the guidebook is kind of nice, aesthetic and
Mhm.
pretty. But yeah.
All right, and thank you for tuning in, everyone. This is the end of the interview, and just kidding.
So do you love the deck then, or I'll take that that's a yes.
Oh my goodness. I do. And it's funny because I do love the deck. It's one of my ride or die. And it's funny because I at first did not like it because of the artwork. I felt
Oh,
it was maybe a little, I mean, nothing against Deborah or sorry, Elizabeth Alba's, is that her name? Elizabeth Alba's
yeah.
artwork. She's a fantastic artist, but there's a certain kind of cartoon style I like, and that wasn't quite it for me.
Yeah,
And
that's the way I feel as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it did feel like some of the cards did feel a little too saccharine for me,
yeah,
but everybody was just raving about it when it came out, and I was like, "What? I'm just gonna give it a try because the cats." It was the cats that did it
yeah.
for me actually, and now, I mean, I'm so in love with it. It's so great. But did you try reading with the deck at
Only
all?
once I've still got it. It's
Do
actually
you?
probably,
Okay.
yeah, it's only once. So actually, I might, just might, have a look again at the cards tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
Um,
See,
I'm not
T is
promising.
saying, never too many cats, for shame.
Chicken, you know me. You've known me for a long time, and you know I absolutely adore cats. But there's too many bloody cats on there, right? They're all black ones as well. There ain't no. Is there some other colour cats on there, or they're all black
No,
cats?
there are some colored cats, although, a lot of black cats, they really did, not too many tuxedos, which are my personal favorite. There were maybe a couple, but yeah,
Yeah,
some cats did get shafted for sure. Some breeds
yeah,
did get shafted, but
yeah.
oh, see, I thought you had gotten rid of the everyday witch, but you still have
It's in
it.
that box. When I said I've done that clean out video when I've got the
Mhm,
3 boxes, and I says if I
mhm,
don't need them by the end of the summer, they're still there now.
mhm.
Um, and I
Okay.
haven't missed any until
Okay.
we've
We're
just.
gonna okay, so Martyn has declared everyone just for just a public verification that he will indeed pull back out the Everyday Witch
I
Tarot.
will. That's a promise.
All right. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Vanny Row Zero. My eyes are very old, so pardon me. Um, okay, let me see if I have missed any questions so far, or if you have any questions, please do just put them in caps so that I can see. But yeah, okay. So just a lot of chatting about wind in the willows. Crystal skulls are everything. Yeah, okay. So let us get on to the actual interview questions. So your interest in tarot first began when you were quite young, because you said you got your first deck, what, around, was it 10
10.
years old?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and is it that your parents bought that for you? You bought, is they you expressed interest like I
I expressed
yeah,
interest.
and they were cool about.
I was just like cool about it. It was locked up in a box in a cabinet.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I just wanted it because I'd actually seen a tarot deck similar on the TV.
Oh, okay.
I wanted something like that, so I had it.
Do you remember like where on TV you saw it and like what about it that was very appealing
Yeah,
to you?
there was a show in the UK, back
Okay.
in the 80s called Tales of the Unexpected, and the opening credits
Okay.
had like a little. It was written by Roald Dahl.
Oh, Roald Dahl.
The
Okay.
opening
Mhm.
credits had like a little carousel, and
Okay.
the majors of the one J.J. Smith was on this carousel,
Mhm.
and the whole kind of vibe. And I thought, what are these cards? Well, I want some of these cards.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
So were
yeah.
you like from the time you're really young, were you always kind of into that like mystical woo
Oh,
fantasy
yeah,
stuff?
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Always doing things like that when I was little. Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Be a saying, I remember the tales of the
Yeah, you would
unexpected.
be. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Ah, Vanny Roo. Thank you, Vanny Roo. Perfect. Okay. So then, what would you say was the deck that made tarot really click for you? Because the first one Marseille. I mean, that's a hard one to start
That
off with
was
at
the
10 years
first.
old.
It was, but I used to make up stories with the cards.
That's awesome.
So I think that kind of got me on the road to the storytelling part of it.
Oh, okay.
And because I've always loved stories anyway, and
Mhm.
myths and legends. And then it was the Thoth, obviously I got second. And I didn't really, I just kind of thought, what, it's nothing like I'd ever seen before.
Mhm.
Um, and I kept it, I tried to use it, I couldn't. And it wasn't until like I started to use the Rider-Waite-Smith
Ah,
that things, because it was all very visual,
yeah.
and then there was books around in the 80s.
Yeah.
So that's kind of very like, snowballed from it
Progressed.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of books were you reading to become more comfortable?
There wasn't really many about. You had, like,
No.
the ones by Eden Gray,
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
all the older ones.
Mhm.
There was one by Stuart Kaplan, I think it was the Tarot Classic Guidebook.
Okay.
There was a few others, but nothing like there is now.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it was enough to start you off.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
did you find that, as you were learning, you would kind of mix up different systems, or did you kind of keep it like, okay, this is RWS. I'm going to read it as an RWS. This is
It's
my.
really strange because considering I didn't have a great deal of tarot knowledge back in the day,
Hmm.
I knew that the Tarot de Marseille shouldn't
Hmm.
not be read like the Rider-Waite-Smith.
Ah,
But
okay.
I also knew that the Thoth was different as well.
Okay.
Um, and I just kind of left the Thoth alone for a while.
Hmm.
And then I bought the Magic book by Aleister Crowley, and
Uh-huh.
then everything changed. I started to get into occultism, and the Thoth was just like my companion always. And
Mm,
then I really started to appreciate the work in the deck. Yeah,
gotcha. So
yeah.
even now, you're not about people necessarily mixing the different. So you does it bother you when other people use Marseille but read it RWS style? Like,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Okay, it does. All
yeah,
right, that's hilarious. Okay.
yeah.
Um,
Slightly. I mean, everybody can do what they
what they
want.
want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Levi's asking Martin, what was your first Oracle deck?
My very first Oracle deck, Levi, was the Secret Dakini Oracle. Yeah. And I think
Ah,
it's either called, yeah, it was called the Secret and it's called the Tantric. And then I had Messages from Your Angels in 1998 by Doreen Virtue.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Meg from Rose Honey Rituals asking, Martin, you appear to have two copies of Cosmic Tribe behind you. Say more about this.
Oh, right then, Meg. Okay, one of them is a copy I've had since it came out years and years and years ago.
Ah, okay.
And the second one is a backup copy that I bought recently because it was on offer on Amazon for about £13.
Mhm.
Nothing's changed. The card stock's got slightly worse. So
Worse?
if you,
Oh no.
yeah, if
Yeah,
you
I
get
heard about the
yourself
cards.
a copy of the original, the card stock
Mhm.
is better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of been making a resurgence. Is that the word? I've been seeing a lot more
right.
of the Cosmic Tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've always liked it. I'm very fond of it. I think it was one of the first decks ever to put like same-sex couple,
Hmm.
with three different versions of the Lovers card as well. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a big thing like 20 odd years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's based on the Thoth system as well, and that's why I love it so much. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Very nice. Yeah, it seemed a bit ahead of its time.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, which would you say your favorite tarot system is then? Is it the Thoth or is it Marseille?
The Marseille.
It is the Marseille.
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
is it because that was your kind of first
I
or?
think so. But I mean, I've told a few people that it's what I can see in the Marseille more.
Mm,
If when people say you're psychic, no, I'm not psychic, but I can actually see things in the flow of the lines and
wow.
visually, and
That's
it kind
amazing.
of opens everything up. So yeah, definitely the Tarot de Marseille.
Oh wow, that's great. That's a great way to think about it too, because I know that a lot of people struggle with pip decks and Marseille decks because they feel like the pips don't offer them anything
Yeah.
visually. So that's a very interesting perspective that you're able to glean a lot from.
It's really funny, Julie, because like when if you look at the cards directly on the floor, if you're standing up and looking down,
Mhm.
I always saw the Six of Pentacles as people sitting around a table when I was small.
Oh,
And then about 4 years ago, I bought the book by Ben Dove, and he said the same. And I thought, how amazing is that?
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a six anyway, or one of them, six
Yeah,
or
yeah,
the
yeah.
and then I always saw them as tower blocks as well. And it's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's like a visual thing for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's great. Um, let's see here. Who just came in? Oh, hello, Tarot and Witchery,
All right.
April. All right. So, speaking of Oracle, how does the Oracle fit into your tarot practice? Do you find that you lean more towards tarot than Oracle? Do you find that you're pairing them together a lot? How do they kind of work together for you?
I use them just as much as each other now. There was
Okay.
a time when I didn't, but I do now because there is some incredible Oracle decks out there now.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons I stopped using them is because of the same old generic crap from the major publishers, and it was the same old, it's the same old messages with different artwork, and I thought
Yeah.
I'm so over this now.
A lot of platitudes and yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And when like the indie deck creators started to bring out some really good ones, I thought, you know what, these actually do work. And then
Mm-hmm.
Levi who sent me his Primordial Warrior Oracle, and I love it. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I use them both in my practice all the time now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice. Um, do you say that you have an Oracle deck right now that is kind of becoming a favorite for you?
Yeah, I do actually. I had one, I had three.
Okay.
It's by the same artist, by Linda Hill, and it's the Red Seeds. I don't know whether you're aware of them.
I think so.
They are phenomenal.
Okay.
You get like a kind of a, a statement on the front, and then it's all about the goddess and the energy on the back. And I tend to relate to every single question I've kind of asked. So it's really like
Oh,
spooky.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. So is that
Oh,
hello,
hello.
Daniel Norman. Hello. Nice to see you here.
Does
Okay.
Martin have the Oracle of Echoes? Martin, current favourite Oracle deck for clarity. It will probably have to be the Moon deck by Christine Carr, which is this one, and it's absolutely brilliant because you've
Mhm.
just got like a word in at the top. You've got the moon phase and keywords at the
Oh
bottom.
yeah, yeah. I remember you showing
So
this.
it's very kind of like direct. There's no unnecessary clutter and symbolism on here, but you can
Mhm.
see everything that you need to know, and it gives absolutely great readings April as well. So
Very
yeah,
nice.
that's current favorite I'm using at the moment.
Okay. Very cool. And then, yes, Jonathan is asking, does Martyn have the Oracle of Echoes second edition?
Oracle of Echoes, what's the first edition?
By Anna Turian. She's the artist who did the Terror of the Abyss and the one with bone, stone, flesh, eat flesh. I don't know
No,
that. She's amazing. She's an amazing. You
I've
should
got
check
the
it out.
Tarot of the Abyss, but I
Okay,
never
yeah.
knew anything about the oracles at all.
I think you should maybe check out Oracle of Echoes. I think you might like it. I mean I liked it. I had the first edition and I remember that I did it did resonate. But if you
I'll have,
like the art style of Terror of the Abyss,
I'll have a look into that
yeah,
then.
then that
Yeah.
might be something worth looking into. So let me see here. April is saying Oracle Tempter. Purchase responsibly. Remember what Gerald says, purchase responsibly. Martyn, tell us
Oh,
about your relationship with the soul cards and how you
oh
use
my
them.
God, one beloved soul cards. There's a story behind the soul cards. I've actually had them for years, and they helped me through some really, really difficult times.
Mhm.
And even now, even after all these years of using them, they never fail to blow my mind. I just use three. I'll just pick three cards out, and I'll see if there's a story weaving between the three cards,
Mhm.
or if there's not, I'll see which one is most profound for me at that moment. And every time I use them, there's always a different message. There's always some guidance comes through.
Mhm.
Um, you know what? I think I'm psychic. I do, right? Not really.
Hey,
Yeah,
own it.
I must
Own
be
it.
downloads, Julie. That's what it is.
Own it.
Yeah, own
That's
it.
awesome.
That's the way I use the soul cards. They're
Yeah.
just amazing, incredible tool for transformation and self healing. Yeah.
Very nice. So when you talk about, you seem to have this like sense, right? Like the messages in the cards, you get these downloads, and so is that part of the reason why you had started reading for others? I know you don't do that so much anymore, but you had been reading for others, correct?
Oh yeah, for years I
Yeah.
read for others. I think it was me just wanting to give something back. I
Oh, that's
didn't
great.
actually feel anything at the time. I didn't feel like I was getting any messages or, all the kind of like, things, sources coming in or whatever.
Hmm.
And it wasn't until like the last few years I realized, hang on, there must be something. There must be
Hmm.
something else.
Yeah.
Can't all come from in there, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I learned to trust my intuition as I've got older more,
Mhm.
you know.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Um, makes her say, dude, we're all psychic here. Hello, Star. Good to see you. Okay. So then, when you're like choosing your decks, because I know that with Instagram, there is that pressure to like constantly showing new decks, new decks, new decks,
Oh
but
yeah.
kind of in your more personal practice, how is it that you've been lately choosing your decks to work with? Is it like a mood based thing? Is it like something that you schedule ahead of time? Like, okay, this week is dedicated to these decks, or
It's a strange one really because before I just used to pick anything up, but now I'm a little bit more mindful.
okay.
I realized that okay, a tarot deck can answer any question. You haven't got to have like a specific love tarot to answer love questions, blah blah
I
blah.
agree. Yeah.
But I do find that some decks are better than others at getting a little bit deeper. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's because the artwork on the card resonates more to get deeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, light and fluffy and, like Daniel, I'm not saying for 1 minute that Danielle Noel's decks are like light and fluffy, but like if you want like a kind of a spiritual message, I think
Mm-hmm.
Danielle Noel's decks are lovely to use.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want a deeper, darker message, you need something with a bit more of a core to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, do you know around how many decks you have in your little library? Because I know you were doing the whole culling process and such.
Does this include the culling decks, or does this include what I can see now?
I mean, it includes the ones that are also in purgatory that you haven't decided to let go yet, I guess.
Probably about 500 all in
Okay.
all.
Okay. So
Yeah,
then the ones you can see now, how many would you say?
about 150.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so is it so you've been vocal about on your channel how you've been going through the culling process, and what spurred that on for you? Like, when was the point where you're like, okay, something must be done here? Like, this is
It was just, I was just looking around the one day and I thought, what on earth have I got that deck for? Why that? And you know what, Julie? I picked the deck up. Right.
uh-huh.
Obviously, I'm not going to say what it is. And I looked and I thought, what a load of shit. And then I looked up again and I thought, that one's got to go. That one's got to go. That one's got to go. I hadn't used some of them for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, if I ain't used them in 2 years, I'm never going to use them again. And then I was really mindful of my choices, and I thought,
Mhm.
"That's going, that's going, that's going," and I could never, ever, ever part with a deck that somebody had either gifted me, um, bought me,
Mhm.
or sent me, for whatever reason.
Okay.
Even if I don't use it,
So that you
I
still
just
keep it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So even if you think it's absolutely vile and repugnant, you will still keep that deck if somebody sent it to you or gifted it to you.
There there is exceptions,
Okay.
exceptions to the rule sometimes, right?
Okay. All right, all right. Fair enough. Oh my gosh. So would you say that, so right now you're at a place that you said you have put decks away that you might possibly be, getting rid of, rehoming.
Yeah,
And should you feel called to pull it out, then you might reconsider. But if you haven't pulled it out by what, the end of the summer, you're going to.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I've even forgot where I've actually boxed up now. I did do some more the other day.
Yeah.
They was mainly tarot decks.
Mhm.
Because the lot of them before was oracle decks. But there is some indie decks actually gone in the box. So
Mhm.
it's not just mass market that I've packed up. It's actually indie as well. Yeah,
Ah, okay. So
yeah.
Megan's asking, Martyn, how often do you do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram?
I don't anymore. I
Ah,
don't actually practice magic anymore, sadly.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
different personal circumstances,
Gotcha. Got
Yeah,
challenge accepted. Ooh. What did I throw down the gauntlet? Something.
you must have done, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so what are your what are your opinions about, in TerraTube, there has been a lot of talk about culling and curating your collection, about collecting, over consumption. Why do you think that there is this recurring, topic, this recurring discussion of this particular topic when it comes to decks, where we don't see that, say, in other things that people collect?
Because I think that we're all trying to fill this never-ending empty void.
Mm.
Um, and I also think if you buy a deck and you still feel like shit after you've used it,
Mhm.
so you buy another one, think, "Oh, yeah, that can give me the answers I'm looking for." That doesn't, so you buy another one,
Mhm.
and then it kind of grows from there. This is obviously what I'm talking about with me,
Mhm.
because we can all see on the back of the decks that this deck will help you to, and you buy it,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Mm.
And so you just keep buying and buying and buying. And then you realize how much money you've spent and wasted over the years, how foolish you've been. And
Mhm.
you look at your collection and think, really, I need about 10 decks at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think. It's
Uh-huh.
because I understand that people collect other things, but I think tarot and oracle decks being a tool of self-healing,
Uh-huh.
I think this is why we kind of all get the next step, because I think it might heal part of us. You can get decks now that help you contact your ancestors and traumas, and
Yeah.
it's never ending in it.
Yeah. And do you think there's also something to be said about, people feeling like, I don't know, it's some kind of, spiritual blasphemy if they're not using all of their decks or something like that, because
Yeah,
even I've said, like, "Oh, I feel terrible if I'm not using a deck. I feel terrible that it's
yeah,
sitting
yeah,
there."
too. No, and I think, you know what, that's one of the reasons why I called my collection, because I
Mhm.
thought, I'm not going to keep looking at these because it brings up one, how much money you've spent on the decks and how
Mm-hmm.
much you've wasted, really.
Mm-hmm.
And two, you start to feel this like sense of guilt about not using them, as you
Mm-hmm.
said. So I thought, well, if I pack them up and they're going, I'm not going to feel guilty about not using them anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 So
And
I
other
don't.
people can use them.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not there.
It's
I can't see them. So
yeah.
yeah,
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Hello, tarot student. There are some more people coming in. I think somebody who came in. Oh, Mimi. There you go. Hi, Mimi. And um, April was saying the challenge is to send send something vile and repugnant to you, Martyn. That's what the challenge was. Find an ugly, repugnant deck to send to Martyn. See
okay,
if he'll keep it.
I'm sure there's a few around.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so you have said in the past that your soul deck is the Wild Unknown Tarot. Would you
Yeah,
say that it still is, or
very
would you?
much
It
so.
is
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah.
nothing else has come close to maybe usurping the Wild
Maybe
Unknown.
the El Goliath. But yeah, because it's that kind of nature raw vibe to it.
Mhm.
And there is a possible third, right?
Ooh,
Because I'm fickle like that, right?
right.
So
What
yeah.
what's the possible? You
The
do have
possible third is the Red Seeds Tarot, which I recently
ah.
acquired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. I did see some
yeah.
discussion in the chat about the red seats there. Okay. So then do you prescribe to the idea of the soul deck? I mean, is that something where you feel like that is very true for you? That kind
I
of
do
description?
think, I think it's whatever kind of like presses all the buttons for that person.
Mhm.
With me, I think it's the starkness of the wild unknown.
Mhm.
The issues and OP, but it's kind of a dark deck as well.
Mhm.
And obviously it come to me at a time when I really needed it. And it's because it's like a pippish deck as well. It kind
Mhm.
of ticks
Yeah.
all the boxes for me.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just amazing. I love it.
I've never owned it. I have
You
never
haven't?
I know I never have. I mean, I have been tempted. But, and I think it's actually a beautiful deck, and I know that a lot of people think it's overrated or overexposed, but,
Yeah.
I I think for me, it's just, animal decks often it's a hit or miss thing with animal decks
Yeah.
more
I
often than
understand that. Yeah. Yeah.
so that's why I've always been hesitant about, my track record with animal themed decks hasn't been great, so that's the only
Mm,
reason. Now when the pocket edition came,
yeah.
the in the tin, that even tempted me more because I love
Yeah. I
smaller
forgot
decks,
it actually.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I love
but,
it. But it's funny because it's the only deck of King Cranses that I do actually love.
okay.
The
So
round
you
one's
have
okay-ish,
yeah,
but I don't like the animal spirit one at all.
okay. And do you have the archetype you said you had the archetypes or
The
no? You
archetypes
do.
one I like, yeah, yeah,
You do like that one, okay.
yeah.
So then what recent decks, do you have, like, 1 or 2 you wanna show that you're currently in love with or using right now?
My recent decks that I'm currently in love with, right, there's two.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. One of them is the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot,
Mhm,
which I've been using for my personal dailies.
mhm,
I just love it, because it's women centric. I love the guidebook. Some of the women look sassy and all fierce.
mhm.
And I like the whole vintage vibe of the deck.
Yeah, it is very vintage.
Yeah, it's a lovely deck to work with. And it kind of like it's got this nice kind of like feel to it as well.
Mhm, very
So that's my
nice.
first one
Okay.
that I use, and my second one is obviously this one by Linda, which is the Red Seeds Tarot.
Wow.
I just love the artwork and the whole vibe of the deck.
Mhm.
It's incredibly beautiful. The cards are huge as well, like Thoth size.
Yeah, they are big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the guidebook's phenomenal.
Wow.
And yeah, this is probably going to be my third sold out.
Ah, I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, I think
I
this come out about last November.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I've not been keeping abreast of all I mean, there's so many. It's hard to kind of
every day there's a new one.
there is, and yeah, and many of them are not, appealing to me. So,
Yeah,
anyway, um, Are there any decks that you have that you're trying to connect with, but that you can't?
Yeah.
You want to talk about?
This will be the dirt gems, and I'm sorry, guys. I know you all love a lot of you love this, and I love it myself. I absolutely adore the artwork.
Mhm.
This is why I chose it.
Yeah.
There's two things about the deck that I can't get my head around.
Mm.
Right, one of them is a lot of the flora and fauna isn't native to Europe.
Mm, mhm.
So that's one thing for me. And secondly, even though it was nice of the girls to put the name of the plant on the card,
Mhm.
keyword would have been much better.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm
Okay.
not one to keep flicking through a guidebook, for whatever reason. I don't want to be sitting there reading a big guidebook just
Yeah.
for all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a shame really because we haven't got anything here called a wild stream orchid. I don't think we have, but I know there's visual clues in the cards,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it is a very beautiful deck. But
Gotcha.
I'm struggling to kind of use it.
Okay. So a tarot student is asking, is the Red Sea Tarot the one connected to the Greek pantheon?
That's correct. Yeah, it's connected to the story of Demeter, Persephone, and
Ah,
Hades.
that
I
makes
mean,
sense. Red seed. Okay.
yeah,
Got it. Got
yeah,
it. Got it. Okay. And yeah, Meg agrees. I remember you talking about this one, Meg, on your channel as
yeah.
well.
It's a shame because it could have been, better for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Okay. Um, any oracles or decks in general that are on your wish list right now?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called. Is it called the 5 cent tarot?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. And there's a tarot I can't think of the name of, and it's sort of done like the Marseille, but it's got real people's faces on it. The deck is black,
Okay.
black background artwork, but I
Uh-huh.
can't think what the deck's called. So if anybody does know, please let me know, because I'm
Hmm.
dying to know what the deck's called. I know it's a newish deck.
Is it huge? Is it like the big one where it's like this big, Terra Noir? Or is that no, I
No,
might
not
no,
that
it's
one.
not Terra Noir.
No, it's
Okay.
normal size, and it
Oh,
looks
this.
like, say, if you got the Knight of Pentacles on a horse,
Uh-huh.
it's got like a Photoshop like human face on it.
Oh, okay. So it's more like digital, like a digitally
It's digital
enhanced.
and kind of vintage at the same time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
whatever
I don't
that
think
one's
I know
called,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Hello, Cup of Tea Tarot, and anyone who's coming in that I've missed. You're very popular. So I'm probably missing a lot of people. I think I saw Ange from Tiny Trinkets
I
and
am.
Tarot. Okay. And any like unicorn decks. I mean, a deck that you've been looking out for, can't find it. It's maybe out of print or just hard to get.
Oh, yeah, maybe, original copy of The Daughters of the Moon, I'd love that,
Oh, okay.
which is the round one, and I've always wanted, coveted, and never been able to afford the Greenwood,
Yeah, the Greenwood is a hard one. It's a hard
yeah,
one. And I don't even know the status of it because at one point they were gonna republish it, and then I don't
yeah,
know what
it's
happened.
off and on, you can
Off
download
and
that
on.
for free, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sylvain is asking, is the Wild Unknown Alchemy on your wish list, Martin? Asking for a friend.
No, it really isn't because I can't deal with the hexagonal cards.
Oh, the card shape.
Yeah,
It bothers you. Okay. So you're okay with round and you're okay
I'm
with
okay with round, but not hexagonal. Yeah,
ah,
yeah,
okay.
I just
Okay.
can't deal with that.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So, is there a deck that you wanted to or thought that you would hate, but now absolutely love?
Do you know, I had a gift arrive today,
Okay.
and it was from my friend who lives
Uh-huh.
in Salem, and she messaged me about a month ago, and it says, "I've got 2 copies of the Ali Tarot. I want to gift you one of them." And okay, I thought, "Oh, that's really lovely." Da, 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 da.
But it's vile. You thought it was vile.
Well, I thought I'll give it the benefit of the doubt when it come. Do you know what? I'm in love.
Are you okay?
Really, I
Yeah.
am. First of all, it blew my mind because I thought, why is there this many cards? Why is there this many booster decks? What do I do with it? So I voice messaged my friend and I says, what the fuck do I do with this deck? And like, so I basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it later into a 78 card usable tarot deck,
Okay.
right? And I do absolutely love it. I
Do you?
hate and despise collaborative
I
artwork.
was gonna say that's a hard one for me too.
Yeah.
I really have a hard time
And
with
I
it, but
thought all these odd different backs was going to drive me
yeah,
mad.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
then no, I've been looking at
Let
it
me see.
today and I thought, you know what, that duck is super camp, super cool.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I just love the whole kind of the fact that there's about a million different death cards.
Uh-huh. So you can choose. You can
There's
like mix
actually a
and
card.
match.
The only thing is, there's actually a card done by somebody. I'm going to say this, I don't care because nobody's ever going to know I'm on about. There's a card done by somebody on here who I absolutely despise. So like,
Oh my
and there's,
gosh.
and
Now
there's
we're
no
on the hunt. Now we're gonna be
There's actually no
investigating.
replacement card for it, so I'm gonna have to get over it and deal with it. But
Okay.
I do absolutely. I wanted to hate it, but sadly, I love it.
Ah, okay. All
Tonight
right.
I do anyway. Tomorrow might be a different thing.
Well, you'll have to let us know how you get on with it because I've been curious about that alimentero. I've heard so much about it and it was funded so quickly. And I was
I
just kind of
know.
baffled by so people
Why?
intentionally want a deck that's all mixed up?
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
customizable deck. He got
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like a multi-millionaire now through that. No, slight
yeah.
exaggeration, but
I would
it was a lot of money, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
Um,
and it was a very successful campaign, and people, yeah, seem to really get but I haven't seen a lot of people, or at least the channels I follow, I haven't seen a lot of kind of, commentary after people have gotten the deck and actually used it, like, "Okay, how's it
Well, you know what
working?"
the good thing is? You know what the good thing is, right?
Mm,
Now I'm going to let you all into a little tip here. If you're on Instagram and you're trying your hardest to be an influencer, right? And you do one
mhm,
card a day, if
mhm,
you just pull one card a day, everybody thinks you're going to have a million tarot decks, but no, you've really only got one. But you could use this one every day forever, and you'd have
mhm,
a different card.
mhm.
So there is look at that though.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that
come
is
on, Julia.
really alright, I
You,
gotta
yeah,
That okay. Normally, anthropomorphized animals don't do it for me, but that is kinda cute.
I
I
know,
will give you
I
that.
know.
I will
That sold me on the whole kind of
I
concept of the
will
deck,
give you
really.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Very nice.
it's nice, and I'm glad I've kind of and it was so lovely of the person to gift it me as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
ungrateful, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I just wanna be conscious of time here. So, just very quickly, how has your TerraTube experience been so far? Because you haven't been you've done Instagram for many years and then made the switch over to YouTube because Instagram is just, you know, to put in your
Shit.
words, it's violent shit and just
It is.
scammy and all the
It
things
is,
that
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So have you been liking your time on YouTube?
I love it
Yeah?
because I've met some incredibly lovely people in the community that I never even knew existed.
Mhm.
I've had such a lovely warm welcome. And I don't have to be anything on here apart from me.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Um, I I haven't opened my YouTube channel to grow followers, monetize, or anything like that.
Right,
I've
right.
opened it because I wanted to do it for myself and wanted to connect with newer people.
Yeah.
And my experience so far has been absolutely amazing.
Awesome. Very cool. I'm glad that you came onto YouTube because Instagram was just not something that I'm very good about keeping up with.
It's not good anymore,
Yeah,
Julie.
I'm very bad
Mm.
at keeping up with it. So I never would have found you had you not come on to
Exactly,
TerraTube.
I didn't
I'm
know
so
about you
happy.
or April or loads of
Yeah.
other people, and
Yeah.
it's just Sylvain as well.
Yeah.
Me and Sylvain have become, like, quite good friends and, it's just a
Awesome.
lovely experience being on here.
Yeah. Awesome. So, okay, to kind of round out this convo, what advice do you have for anybody who is, starting out with tarot or wanting to go a little deeper with it?
Keep away from TikTok. No, no, serious.
I do not follow TikTok. I am
Well, okay,
unsure
the
about that.
only advice I have for anyone is do the work yourself.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just not like a turnaround time of 2 weeks and then you're
No, you are
yeah,
though now. You are, you really are. It's a
yeah.
turn and it gone down to a turnaround of a week and you're a professional tarot reader.
Right. On TikTok.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear you. What advice do you have for people who are thinking about starting their own tarot tube channel?
Oh, go for it. Just
Yeah.
go for it. You know, do whatever you want to do whatever content you want to do. There's room for everybody. Everybody's
Mhm.
unique and everybody's valid in their own way. So just do. If you've got any doubts, don't just go for it.
Awesome. Very cool. So, anything coming up on your channel or on Instagram that you wanted to make everybody aware of?
Yeah, I've got a few more reviews to do
Okay.
this week. I'm going to be incorporating the journaling probably in July.
Awesome.
So I hope it don't bore everybody too much. I want to just
No.
and also as well, I've kind of got like a deck out there in there, not out there yet, and
The
it's in the process
the
of
deck that you're creating, right? The
yeah,
collage deck?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So, are you almost done or you are done?
No, well, I'm
Oh, okay.
halfway through, so
Oh,
you
wow.
know, it's kind of like not here, not there. It might
Well,
not
sweetie.
even happen, but watch this space. It might.
Okay, that is so awesome. We will watch this space because I think deck creating is so much fun. I mean, it really is. So,
Your
you gotta
your
do it
deck
for fun.
has got the little the beautiful.
Oh, the JBG one?
Oh my god, it's to die for.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I saw
Yeah.
it on Cash's feed yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fan of Jasmine Becky Griffiths as well.
Same,
Yeah,
same. And I
yeah,
just really, it was so much fun. Even though I was sick for most of the month that I did create that deck, it was a nice distraction. It was just so much fun to do. It really is. So,
yeah. It's
um,
amazing.
yeah. All right. I think we got all the questions. So thank you so much, Martin, for coming on. This was a
Thank
lot of
you,
fun.
Julie. It's been absolutely
Been
wonderful. It really has.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to hear that you'll be getting the Everyday Witch out of purgatory and you will fall in love with it and embrace all the pointy hats and the stripes and
I
yeah.
will. I
Yeah.
will. I'm gonna sort it out tonight, and I am gonna promise you this. I will use it on my Instagram daily feed tomorrow.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
And
I'm gonna be
tag
on the
you in
lookout
it.
for that. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. Okay. Well, thanks to everybody who was in the chat. Thank you to everybody watching the playback. And until the next time, see you soon. Much love
Thank
and
you.
take
Love you
care.
all. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye. Bye.